Hi, my name is Joshua Rice. Today I'd like to talk to you about a big question that a lot of high school athletes have, and that's when does the recruiting process start? Now, a lot of people may think that it's when you get your first letter from a coach or you send in film or something like that. I certainly thought back when I was in high school the recruiting process started my senior year. After season was done, that's when I make my film and send it out and then try and get in contact with coaches. But actually the recruiting process can start as soon as you want, as soon as possible. There's a lot of coaches who are looking younger and younger for athletes to recruit, 7th, 8th grade, and so anything you can do right now would be helpful. A big thing is calling coaches, trying to make a contact with them, talking to a coach, trying to get them to know you. Another way to get to know coaches is going to camps and talking to them, and also sending out film. Even if you maybe don't have the greatest highlight film or greatest numbers at a combine, it's still worth it to talk to coaches and make that contact so they know who you are and hopefully get on their recruiting list.
One thing that I noticed that was different for me from high school to college, the transition, was that the speed of the game is faster. Everyone's faster, even the big guys. Your O-line, your D-line, your linebackers, tight end, everyone's bigger. Everyone's bigger and they're all faster. Wide receivers are a lot quicker. That's one thing that I noticed. Because of that simple fact that everyone's bigger, faster, and stronger now, you have to be a student of the game. So what that means is that you're going to spend just as much time watching film, learning plays, running through plays as you do, in school, because that's how you get the edge, It's a whole new level of play once you get to the college level, especially if it's a D1 level. A way that faith and your beliefs will play into this is that you got to have a strong belief in yourself, and you got to have faith that things are going to work out the way it's supposed to, even when they don't. So you have to be ready for the worst, but you have to hope for the best. Believe in yourself. Know that you can do whatever you want to do, no matter what anybody tells you. If somebody tells you can't do something, that should be more of a drive to do it and to make yourself better.
Hello, I'm Joshua Rice, and I want to talk to you a little bit about what to expect on an official or unofficial visit. More specifically, I know it sounds silly, but what to wear. You want to be able to make a good first impression on a coach. You don't want to look sloppy or look bad. So what I recommend is wearing a nice shirt, maybe a polo shirt and khaki pants, and something real comfortable, but also something you'll look nice in, because if you want to be confident when you're talking to coaches, and if you look confident, you'll feel confident, and then you'll come off as confident. And first impressions is a big thing about making connections with people, especially if you're talking to somebody like a coach you want to make a good impression on. So I know it sounds silly, but definitely dressing nice on a visit, talking to a coach is very important. It's a little bit flexible depending on where you go. For instance, I went to Hawaii, and because of the culture and the climate and everywhere, I wore khaki shorts and a polo shirt with slippers, which was perfectly acceptable, but I still looked presentable. So just something you want to keep in mind when you're talking to coaches and making your visits to different colleges.